Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this latest edition of Tales from Outer Space. Hope you enjoy. Story number 1. Invited to a Human Dinner, written by Mother Melee. I understand you've been invited to a Terran festival. Terrans tend to focus on food for these gatherings. What follows are the do's and don'ts for Terran group gatherings. 1. Terrans are social creatures. They will strive to connect with anything. They have created entire days to come together. They will often have no reason, but still strive to celebrate and connect. Don't question while they are celebrating. It'll only confuse and irritate them. 2. Some food items are considered traditional. Do not question these items, as you will be considered disrespectful for even questioning their presence. For additional information, read Human Holidays. Number 3. Terrans take substantial pride in feeding visitors. In fact, it is considered rude if a Terran does not offer refreshments to a visitor. Not being offered an item, either a beverage or substance, by a Terran who is not in state of manic is a slight. If not offered a beverage or snack in a calm environment, understand that you may not be welcome. Number 4. If offered an item for consumption, even if you are not in the state to consume, accept it. Even if not consumed, a rejected offer of drink or food will be considered a slight for Terrans. Now that you've learned how to navigate the cultural meal rituals for Terrans, understand that there are some regional differences based on the origin of your Terran's tribe. As such, do your due diligence to ensure that you do not offend these primate species. Now that you've educated yourself and your escorts on the ritual of Terran feeding, you need to inform your group of the dangers of Terran food. While Terrans rarely seek to hurt others, the products that they consider edible are questionable for many species. For the full list of Terran foods, seek this guide, terranpoisons.pdf. For those approaching a quick meal with Terrans, keep these concerns in mind. 1. Red. If you see something red in your meal, ask what the origin is. On Terra, red often means acid. Ask before you consume. A. Tomato. A tomato is a common and widely used fruit in Terra. It is used in nearly every tribe. It is a Class 2 acid. It is safe for most species, but be sure you have tolerance of your crew before consuming. B. Chilies. This product is valued for its capsaicin, a toxic chemical that causes pain. Terrans use this in their weapons, but also, inexplicably, in their food. It causes intense pain and burning. They appear to enjoy this. Number 2. Green. Products of this hue often mean reasonable products. However, it can also be dangerous. Ask before consuming. A. Chilies, see above. B. Mint, a common ingredient in cleaning supplies, including self-care and hygiene products. Terrans will subject themselves to this poison. C. Cilantro. Some Terrans don't like this. It is unclear why, but if it bothers them, it is best to avoid. 3. Yellow. A. Chilies, see above. B. Lemons, filled with an acid of which they are grown for flavor, often used to make a common drink lemonade. This beverage is often sold by Terran children. Be aware of the innocent youth selling this acid on the street corners. 4. Orange. A. Chilies, see above. B. Citrus fruits. These come in a variety of sizes and shapes: oranges, grapefruits, nectarines, enjoyed for flavoring, juice, and raw, made of acidic products. These are considered treats for humans. 5. Gray. A. Terrans eat forms of fungus. The primary forms are gray. Avoid all forms. This is a product that will ultimately eat its consumer in an endless loop. Educated Terrans know this, but continue regardless. 6. White. A. Chilies, see above. B. Rice, simple grain, abundant. 7. Alcohol. A. Poison. B. Actual poison. C. Even our best haven't figured out this one yet. It's a poison. D. Don't drink it. This is a level 3 death world inhabited by friendly savages. They torture themselves with their own substance. Use caution. Don't come hungry. They may mean you no harm, but offer you food that is dangerous. It is harmful to them as well. They have become accustomed to consuming poison, and will even challenge their familial mates to challenges of consuming poison, even when welcoming and friendly. They may be dangerous. The spinach is good. End of story. Story number 2. Wikipedia's role in the Ranuul Empire's collapse. Wikipedia. This page is protected to prevent vandalism. Wikipedia War redirects here. For other articles, see Wikipedia War disambiguation. The Ranuul Empire collapse was a period of time between 2236 and 2239 AD, where the influence of the Ranuul people over the galactic community dwindled. Most historians attribute the failure of the Ranuul state to rampant corruption and questions about the legitimacy of the Council of Five. Note 1. Corruption. Before 2236 AD, very little was known about the internal structure of Ranuul society. An investigation by Microsoft Galactic was launched later that year to test the waters about potential partnership. Within only 2 weeks, the investigation was cut short with Microsoft citing staggering financial corruption. The lead investigator died the same day on an unexplained shuttle accident. Note 2. Several other corporations attempted to open relations with Ranuul, but none resulted in a partnership. A review of the data by the UN Interspecies Corruption Index resulted in a complete redesign of the scoring system. The Ranuul Empire was given a corruption score of 815 out of 1,000, beating North Korea's updated score of 89 out of 1,000. Failure of Ranuul censorship. In 2237, humanity was granted unregulated access to Galnet. Cybersecurity companies uncovered and released fixes for 23,905 vulnerabilities present on the current system. As Galnet 2.0.2 had been in operation since roughly 5000 BC, the updates were deemed too impractical. The Ranuul estimated the process would take Galnet offline for roughly 2 years. A self-replicating worm using previously uncovered exploits was able to update 99.4% of the system within 24 hours. Mankind was granted permission to develop and maintain Galnet 3.0 in exchange for a repeal of several censorship laws. These laws had previously been used extensively by the Ranuul. Within 6 weeks, the Ranuul Empire/Controversies page grew to over 5 gigabytes in size and was split into 55 separate articles. The Ranuul Empire was unsuccessful in deleting these pages despite multiple attempts. State-sponsored attacks on Wikipedia. Following the popularity of Wikipedia and its effects on Ranuul political discourse, multiple cyber warfare groups linking to the Ranuul Empire began targeting Wikipedia. Notable attacks include advanced malware, which failed due to previous security improvements, distributed denial-of-service attacks resulting in a 15% slowdown of some regions, edits originating within a governance district of Ranuul Prime, including deleting the entire controversy section and replacing all instances of corruption with corrupt fun. Due to Wikimedia's tiered caching system, including servers in several star systems, services was not impacted significantly from users. Note 4. Downfall. The Ranuul Empire was ruled by a Council of Five, which could issue state mandates by majority vote. Officially, the council was elected by the people. Any Ranuul citizen with an adult fangs could submit a candidate or vote on a candidate's already submitted. However, a cursory investigation by the Interspecies Corruption Index shows that there was no correlation between popularity numbers and who was elected. The Empire did not have the infrastructure in place to collect votes on a planetary scale. The state quietly removed the least popular council members from official record and began referring to the council as a Council of Four. This was easily debunked by searching Wikipedia. Ranuul Empire/Corruption was the most viewed article in 2239. Concerns about the legitimacy of the government, alongside growing corruption scandals, led to the Empire officially dissolving in 2239. Ranuul Prime was purchased by Microsoft in 2241. References: 1. The Council of Number Pending by J. Anderson. 2. When you're trying to bring back Windows Phone and the alien blows up your ship, Reddit r/programmer humor. 3. Good news, North Korea is now only 9% corrupt, Reddit r/best Korea. 4. Hey, we're Wikipedia administrators. Ask us anything about the recent alien attacks on our servers, Reddit r/IAMA. 5. Microsoft just moved their update service to a different solar system to get around privacy laws. Reddit, r/arsehole design. End of story. Story number 3. Warriors Don't Cry, written by Pharrell1234. That was what I was always told, that warriors don't cry. I was born to the Crackham clan. On our home plane you never. Our people usually go into military of the Federation of United Planets. It's an honor to die on the battlefield. But crying is a sign of weakness. Only the weak cry. From the Battle of Zactus with its poison-filled lakes to the dry, scorching wastelands of Hyabbai, I have never cried. No matter how much our purple blood was spilled, no matter how many days we were fighting. Our leaders were laughing when the humans arrived in the galaxy scene. Such small, clawless bipedal creatures who cry so often. They called it empathy for the weak. We called it weakness. But now I sit here sobbing. My human friend Alex has gently wrapped his delicate arms around my body while I uncontrollably sob in his shirt. I was mistaken. It was impossible not to cry. "Are you all right?" Alex asks while his hands gently pet the soft fur on my back. It feels soothing. "Yes," I answer, to save the last pieces of my broken dignity. I know he can see through my lies. "Should I do it?" he asks, trying to give me a way out of my situation. But I can't give in. My herd mother would call me a disgrace should I say yes. I can't even show more weakness. Even Alex isn't crying. So I push him away and continue cutting onions. End of story. I would just quickly like to thank the T5 channel members and patrons. Caspar Arnholtz, Cam Maxwell, Parky, It's Difficult to Pronounce, Lord Azrakul, and Arcadian.